don't know my side.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Sir in the first, man. Hey, listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was gonna post the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 campaign, but that shit is fucking dog shit. So we're just gonna respectfully kick that shit off our bucket list, okay? We're gonna go back. We're gonna talk about a game that actually has a good story. Dispatch. Um, so I've been seeing lots of talks lately that's been happening in the social space, of people making bad decisions and having the bad endings. Trash for a game, the bad ending, right? More so, like, you got niggas saying that Berlizzi, here comes Berlizzi again, making bad decisions, getting the bad ending. Then you got niggas saying that Corey clutched up with the perfect ending. So I'm here just to like put my 2 cents into that charity match right there, and give y'all my honest thoughts, cause I'm looking through my playthrough, and it seems like I also got the bad ending. I basically got the same ending Berlizzi got. So you know what I'm saying? Let me just say what I have to say. What was I wrong for getting that ending and like being happy with that ending? I'm not gonna lie. I think in some ways it's kind of both. I'm wrong for thinking that's the right ending, but I'm not mad for that ending. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at that ending. For Invisible becoming evil and shit. Cause there's been like people think that the reason why she becomes a villain is because we didn't romance her, or we didn't like held her hand and color her in her problems and shit. That's why she became a villain. And no, I have to say that's not true. I think I truly believe that the reason why she became a villain is because we was just a bad mentor. We were a bad dispatcher and wasn't good enough for her to be a hero, which is why she ended up being a villain. And so people are saying like the people are saying that the whole point of this game is to redeem a whole bunch of villains and make them into heroes. So if you wasn't able to get Invisigirl as a hero and she continued as a villain, then you essentially have failed the true purpose of the game. I can see the truth to that, but at the same time, I won't necessarily say like you failed the game because you wasn't able to make Invisigirl the hero, right? Because in the day, you was able to make the other people in that team heroes. And depending on if you forgave Sonar or Coop, to put them back in the team for a chance of redemption. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm over here, and I'm also thinking that, was I really wrong? Like, did I mess up, and did I mess up my gameplay? Did I mess up the true story? And then it got me thinking. I'm like, is it wrong being a bad mentor? Because let's think about it. Because I'm pretty sure this is Robert's very first time being a mentor or a teacher to, trying to get people to be heroes. This is his first time, because he only knows how to be a hero. He doesn't know how to teach someone how to be a hero. In my knowledge, at least. So, it's more harder than it looks in his perspective. But to say that you failed just because one out of all of those other out of the whole Z team, one didn't become a hero, it's kind of crazy. Because this whole game is about redemption, right? And when I look at this situation of her becoming evil, it reminded me so much of my favorite characters, like Batman, Jiraiya, Kakashi, and things of that nature. Because what they all have in common is that they were also, in a sense, bad mentors. Or not necessarily bad mentors, but they have failed once when they're trying to teach, someone, right? Batman has, in a way, he failed Jason because he became Red Hood, right? Jiraiya failed as a teacher because Nagato became Pain. Kakashi failed as a mentor because Sasuke became, well, Sasuke, to the point where he wanted to destroy the entire Leaf Village, right? And so we look at them as with full respect and have respect for these characters, but they also have failed, just like how Robert failed in Viscera, you know? And in that aspect of redemption, if they make a season 2, we could have Robert could have a redemption arc of being a better mentor, you know? What was that? I forgot the Hashira's name that taught Zenitsu, right? Even he felt as a teacher because of Gaikaku being a demon, which made him have to commit suicide. They say it differently in the anime. I forgot what that thing is called, but they basically had to off themselves for that thing to happen. But I look at that, I'm like, this is just, you know, a way for Robert to like redeem himself, to become a better mentor, so that next time his other students or people he's trying to teach don't become villains, right? You know, it's weird. Like, you know, funny enough, in this game, they do mention Kung Fu Panda. Now, I'm not saying that this game and Kung Fu Panda are the exact same, but like, even then, like Master Shifu, you know, he failed as a teacher too. You know, Tai Lon, that's because Tai Lon became Tai Lon. He crashed out and wanted everything for himself, and that nigga just became a bad dude. And you know, that really like hurted Shifu in a way, right? Because that was like his favorite student. That was his favorite or his first student that he ever had, and was like, had so much belief in that man to the point where like he almost broke that nigga down and build him into a new person, just for everything to go wrong, just like those. And then that's when Tai Lon turned evil, right? But the thing about that movie is that Shifu found Po, and he didn't really believe in Po like that until after a while. And once he did, Po became his solution, his successor. He became a solution that defeated his mistake. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's why I look at the situation when people get the bad ending. You feel what I'm saying? So people that say that the purpose of the game is to make villains heroes, and then in that aspect we failed because we failed to turn Viscera into a hero. But having that bad ending also shows us a story of what it's like to being a mentor, how hard it is to be a mentor, because you can be the best teacher, but as long as someone you're trying to teach becomes evil at the end, you fail at teaching them the true values of heroism. Because people say that, oh well, Jason's an anti-hero, he still does good things, but in Batman's code of not killing people, the simple fact that Jason has no problems killing people, that is a sign of failure in Batman's eyes. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I think about everything in this situation. So I mean, I don't know what they finna do for the next season. A nigga can only speculate, but that's just my thoughts, and I feel like I had to say that shit. I just want to, you know, just talk my shit. But who knows? I could just be chatting. You know, I could just be chatting, trying to make try to justify my ending and shit like that. But that's truly how I feel, man. Yo, I also forgot to mention that not only the purpose of the game is to redeem the villains and turn them into heroes, right? if this game is following on a Telltale style, or if it's like Telltale, then truth be told, this whole purpose is for you, the player, to make the story yourself. You're the one that's supposed to make this story as a dispatcher. So in theory, there shouldn't be no canon events or canon endings that are like based on the game. If anything, if they do make a second season, the sequel of that game should be the things that are based among your decisions. So like everything that you did, and let's say The Walking Dead season 1, everything you did in those events become the sequel for The Walking Dead season 2. So maybe the purpose of that entire game is literally based on your decision making. So you could look at it like that. I just want to say thank you for the people who created Dispatch, and hopefully y'all do consider making a sequel to this. And then yeah, I'll catch y'all niggas later, bro. Peace.